Hey there, Todd Polke here from toddpolke.com and Thrive Property. So here is the second video of what really sets the wealthy and the successful people apart from everybody else. And as I said in the first one, it has nothing to do with luck. It is all about the actions that they take consistently, differently to everybody else, on a consistent, ongoing basis. That's what really makes a difference. So in video one, I was really talking about the relationship that they have to time. And that is a really critical foundation point. Now this next one is really all about what they do with that time. Now I've touched on that briefly, so make sure you go back and watch the first video as well if you missed that one. But this is all about having a decision-making framework. Because in the end, that's what life is really just made up of. It's just a series of different decisions that we have to make. And the results that you're currently living in your life right now is all based on the decisions you've been making in your life to date. And so the important part about that is the results you're going to be living in about 3 years, 4 years, 5 years time is going to be about the decisions that you begin making from this day forward. So question. Do you think it's going to be important to actually having a decision-making framework? When you have a decision to make, and it might be a really critical junction, or it might be small, maybe seemingly insignificant decisions that you need to make on a consistent basis, do you have a framework set up around how do you choose which way you're going to go? Look, I know a lot of people have trouble making decisions, right? Because they fear about consequences and what if it means this and what if I get it wrong? It really just comes down to a fear of getting it wrong. I get it. Totally been there. I remember, a couple of years back, I had a really big decision to make, and it was a critical decision around how I was going to be structuring my business. I had a choice. Choice A was going to mean that I would make a lot more money. Absolutely, I would make a lot more money, no doubt about it. Choice B means I would make probably about 50% less money than I make in choice A, but I'd have a lot more time available, a lot more freedom, a lot more flexibility. And I honestly agonized this over a while, because we're not talking about a small amount of money, it's a big amount of cash. And so in the end, what I had to do was I had to look, well, what are my values? What are the things that I value in life most? And in what order do I value in? Now, I have a very clear values list. I've done it many times, or reiterated it every single year. And it was clear when I looked at it, what was higher on my value list? Was it making more money, or was it having more freedom and flexibility? And without a doubt, it was freedom and flexibility, and it was substantially higher than actually just about making money. And so in the end, the decision became really, really easy, because I had that decision-making framework with my values list. Now, I should have told that a few days earlier, sure, but we don't get it right all the time, right? But it's really important that you have a decision-making framework. So when a big decision comes up, then what are you going to do? How are you going to make that decision right the first time around, based on who you are and based on your values? Not based on someone else's values or what someone else wants. It's got to be based on you. And this is why you've got to get very, very clear on your values list. Okay, well, what are your top kind of 3 to 5 values, the things that you value most in your life? Now, I've got my top 10 laid out pretty clearly, right? So whenever I now have a big decision coming up, this is one of the first things I pull out. Don't wait a few days. I pull it out and go, well, is that going to take me further towards my highest values or away from? That's the question I'm always filtering my decisions through. Now, you got to practice this. It's like a muscle, guys. You got to practice this. So you want to start with small decisions first and foremost. Like when small, maybe daily decisions come up. You want to get in the practice, okay, well, I've got a decision made. Great, let's pull out my values. Is this decision going to take me further towards my highest values or further away from my highest values? And that might be one decision-making framework that you actually use. So guys, hope that was useful. The first video was all about your relationship with time. This is all about what are you going to do with that time and how do you make your decisions. The wealthy and successful people have a habit of making decisions rapidly and then changing them slowly, because they have an effective decision-making framework. Okay, so work on that, guys. Again, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. Love to hear from you. If this resonated with you, share it out, guys. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.